Venice, Italy is like no other city on earth. Located in northeastern Italy, the enchanting city is rich with cultural heritage. It's built on a group of 118 small islands with canals that are linked by bridges. The way to get around is by foot or by boat. I came to see the historic Venetian Gothic architecture that dominates the landscape. Because buildings and homes had to be built above the canals, this practical style of arches makes perfect sense. I also came to shop. Venice offers a charming and diverse shopping experience, combining traditional craftsmanship, luxury brands, and local specialties. Venice is renowned for the production of Murano glassware. Shops offer a wide selection of glass products, including jewelry, decorative glass art, and souvenirs. It's fun exploring the narrow streets and hidden corners to find these treasures. One of the most famous shopping areas is the Rialto Bridge and its surrounding streets. Here you'll find a bustling market with numerous stalls selling fresh foods and local delicacies. Venice can be quite expensive, particularly in the touristy areas. However, if you venture away from the main shopping districts, you can find more affordable options in local markets where you can experience the authentic side of Venice shopping. Truffles are a rare delicacy and only found seasonally in certain parts of the world. Cerreto Langhe is one of those places. We got to venture on a truffle hunt excursion on the grounds of the luxury hotel Casa de Langa. The hunt in this area of the world relies on an adorable Italian breed of dog called Legato Romagnolo. Bianca, a sweet 3-year-old, with her handler Danielle, led us on an adventure into the forest for Piedmontese truffles. Once deeper into the area, Bianca is let off leash. We learn that at birth, these puppies are placed on their mother's chests next to a truffle, therefore developing a strong sense of smell for them. Once the dog smells a truffle, it begins to dig for it. The handler has to quickly get the truffle right away before the dog damages the surface, which lessens its value. When Bianca finds a truffle, it's rewarded like any dog that performs well, with a treat. Bianca found one after another. White truffles are rarer than black truffles, and big truffles are more valuable than small truffles. We had a successful hunt. We found 5 black and 2 white, and 2 of the black were quite large. We got to enjoy black truffles with our dinner that night. What a treat! When in Rome, be sure to get outside of the city. Lazio, central Italy, has 20 administrative regions in it, with Rome at the heart of it. But it is also a wonderful destination for those who want to experience its countryside, dotted with picturesque villages and charming towns. Cerveteri and Tuscania are 2 towns within Lazio with picture-perfect views. Tarquinia, an old city in the province of Viterbo, Lazio, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known mainly for its ancient Etruscan tombs. The walls are painted with intricate scenes that depict the family's lives. The town of Tarquinia is out of a classic Italian movie, charming and real in every way. It's an Italian's life close up, not the tourist version with its delightful main piazza, green shuttered buildings, cafe bakery carts, decorated bicycles, and its Renaissance-era streets. Bomarzo is another town with the gardens of Bomarzo. The Garden of Stone Monsters was created in the 16th century, commissioned by Prince Pier Francesco Orsini as an expression of his grief, having been through a brutal war, losing a dear friend, and then his wife dying. Respected artist and architect Piero Liguria designed the Villa of Wonders in a rough Mannerist style. The park is filled with bizarre and fascinating sculptures. Ragged trails and wide open spaces lead visitors to a huge turtle, a giant tearing another giant in half. The most disturbing piece in the garden is an enormous head, mouth open wide in a scream with an inscription that reads, "All reason departs." Sicily, the largest island in Italy, is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, located off the toe of Italy's boot. Sicily is known for its charming villages and towns with amazing architecture, its ancient ruins, and its crystal blue waters. Mount Etna is one of the world's most active and iconic volcanoes and can be easily spotted flying into Catania. The historic town of Milazzo is on the north coast of Sicily, 20 miles west of Messina. It was founded over 2,500 years ago and is the main port to the Aeolian Islands. It's worth a visit to the small town as it's full of character with narrow cobblestone streets, quaint homes, and views of the sea. The Castello del Milazzo is a medieval castle located on the summit overlooking the town. Originally the site of a Greek acropolis, then an Arab Norman citadel, the enormous castle was built by Frederick II in 1239, expanded by Charles V of Aragon, and attacked by Garibaldi's troops in 1860 in the Battle of Volturno. It's the largest fortified citadel in Sicily, at least a 20-minute walk to the top, where the defensive towers and bastions provided sweeping views of the Milazzo Peninsula and sparkling sea. We learned to make pasta from the fresh-grown wheat on the property of the countryside hotel of Borgo Pignano in Volterra, Tuscany, with executive chef Stefano Cavallini. First, we made a pasta dough. We used two kinds of flour, double-milled durum wheat and semolina. We made a well and added 2 eggs. We mixed the flour into the eggs. When the eggs aren't running anymore, we put the rest of the flour in. Taking a scraper, we cut the dough into crumb-like pieces. After this, we picked up the dough with our hands and molded it together into a ball. Next, we knead the dough. Once that is done, we can put this into a plastic or cloth for it to soften while we're making our filling. For this filling, we used chopped chard leaves, which were sautéed with garlic and olive oil. We added ricotta cheese, then Parmesan cheese and salt, grated in a little nutmeg, and mixed this together. We rolled out our pasta, slimming it down first so it can go through the machine. Sprinkling it with a little flour, we try and make it into a rectangular shape. We pass the pasta through multiple times as it becomes thinner and longer each time. If it gets too soft, we add some more flour. Once the pasta is ready, we cut it in half. Cut off the ends, fold it in half to create a line. We can trim it if it's too big. We can save the scraps for other uses. We put the filling on the line in the middle using the spoons. As an alternative, we can use a piping bag. With a pastry brush, we add an egg wash to the pasta around the filling and neatly fold the pasta over the filling using our fingers to press around the soon-to-be raviolis. We can cut them in a half-moon shape, or we can cut them into squares and seal the edges with a fork. We place them in a pan with parchment paper dusted with flour until we are ready to cook. To cook them, we bring a pot of water to boil and add some salt to that water. With unsalted butter in the sauté pan, we drop some of the boiling water in with the butter in the pan and add some sage. We delicately add the ravioli to the boiling water. Chef adds a little treat of black truffle to the sauce while the pasta is cooking. We know the ravioli is ready when the ravioli floats to the top. We add the ravioli to the sauce with some Parmesan, we mix together, and we serve. Buon appetito! Situated on the hillside of Cerreto Longo, surrounded by the slopes of Piedmont, is the beautiful estate of Casa de Longa. Casa de Longa takes sustainability seriously, dedicated to minimizing their carbon footprint and employing 100% recycled water for irrigation. They employ a full-time horticulturist, Luigi, who with his team spends each and every day developing the land as if it was his own child.
Fruit garden, and just up there,
his passion shows. Casa de Longa's unwavering commitment is to offer guests an experience that seamlessly blends luxury with environmental consciousness. At Casa de Longa, the garden and greenhouse, fresh herbs and crisp vegetables provide the foundation for the menu at Faula Ristorante. They use wood chips to cover their plants as they only need watering twice a month rather than twice a week, and they use water from their wells. They regenerate and preserve the soil through carbon farming. Second to the sea, plants take the carbon from the air and pass it through the roots, through their soil. Keeping the soil covered protects the microorganisms. The garden is full of a variety of trees, Rows and rows of herbs, a section of aromatics, a vegetable garden, growing seasonal vegetables, a large greenhouse, and of course, a vineyard. Naples is the regional capital of Campania and the third largest city of Italy after Rome and Milan. Rome and Naples are two of Italy's most visited cities, and although they appear to be neighbors on the map, they're actually 139 miles apart. In the center of the city sits Piazza Dante, a large public square named after the poet Dante Alighieri, featuring a 19th century statue of him. It's a busy city. We even caught a midweek wedding around the corner while we were there. I have to believe the number one reason to visit Naples is for its pizza. The renowned pizza margherita was invented in Naples in 1889, made in honor of the Queen. The simple ingredients are tomato sauce with fresh tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil, which represent the colors of the Italian flag. The dish now symbolizes the city and the whole of Italy. One of the most popular tourist places to venture to go for pizza is in the San Lorenzo district, the exact geographical center of the ancient Greco-Roman city. On the long walking street of Via del Tribunale 32 is Pizzeria Sorbio, Gino Sorbio's establishment. He is considered Naples' best Neapolitan pizza maker, and the line to get in shows it. Buon appetito! I don't think I've ever met a person that doesn't like Italy. The landscape, the architecture, the food, the shopping, and the people. A different experience at every turn. With so much variety in the country, the harder decision is where to go. A top choice is Tuscany, specifically to Borgo Pignano, a sustainable luxury countryside resort close to the medieval town of Volterra. One of the easiest ways to Borgo Pignano is to fly into Florence and drive from there. Borgo Pignano is a restored 750-acre country estate with a variety of different types of accommodations, rooms, suites, maisonettes, and villas. Center of the property is a stunning infinity pool overlooking the Tuscan landscape. Guests can dine on Borgo's homemade or locally sourced cuisine either in the dining room or al fresco. Their charcuterie meats and cheeses are made on site. From sunset onwards, cocktails are served at the outdoor bar. On property, activities include horseback riding, either lessons from their own full-size arena or into the surrounding landscape. Luxuriate with one of the many organic spa treatments. Take an herbal garden tour with Betty, their on-staff trained herbalist, and gather and discover traditional methods of how the resort's natural perfumes, oils, and soaps are made by hand. Visit the on-property vineyard and winery. Then indulge in a wine tasting hosted by their sommelier. Learn how to make homemade pasta or breads in a cooking class. Check out the owner's small Italian car museum and bicycle collection. Or you can stroll, hike, bike, drive in the area, or just relax and breathe in the beautiful surroundings of Tuscany. Vienna, Austria's capital, owes much of its fame to celebrated composers such as Strauss, Mozart, Beethoven, and Haydn, who lived and worked here. The city offers a blend of stunning architecture, museums, sculptures, outdoor spaces, and special Viennese charm. JauntTV enjoyed a stay at the classic Palais Hansen-Kempinski Vienna. Originally designed as a hotel for the World Exhibition in Vienna in 1873, this luxurious five-star hotel is a landmark building located on the famous Ringstrasse Boulevard in the heart of the city. The building blends historic architecture with modern design and sumptuous luxury. Original exterior walls were kept and made into interior walls as the hotel was modernized and expanded. The hotel serves an outstanding breakfast buffet, and its 26 East Bar has a collection of unique whiskeys and cocktails from 20 countries. Viennese food is a delight, including strudels, crepes, and of course Wiener Schnitzel and beer. Zanoni and Zanoni, Vienna's best-known Italian gelateria and patisseria, has 30 seasonal varieties of gelato. Patrons order breakfast, coffees, and snacks to eat in or take away. Vienna has street markets year-round, with holidays bringing out the best of them, my favorite being the Easter market. Never will you ever see so many decorated eggs. Montenegro is a small Balkan country tucked away in southeast Europe between Serbia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina on the Adriatic Sea. It's incredibly scenic, surrounded by rugged mountains with pristine lakes in the middle of historic towns. The easiest way to get from one side to another is by car ferry or boat. Harast is an idyllic, old, well-preserved Baroque village in the Bay of Kotor. It forms part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. With a population of only 247 people, the town is so charming in every way. Its romantic waterfront is dotted with boats, restaurants, ancient architecture, churches, and a museum. Perchan is a small fishing town with the Church of St. Nicholas Franciscan Monastery built in the early 1900s. They have an old printing press, which visitors can partake in a lesson in printmaking. Donji Morange is a quaint village in the municipality of Kotor. Katavico Malini is a tavern that was once a mill in Donji Morange. Set in the quiet countryside scenic setting and full of rustic charm, complete with walking paths, footbridges, fish and ducks, the seafood restaurant is worth a visit. Game of Thrones may have put Croatia on the map, but Dubrovnik deserves notoriety on its own merits. Sitting on the southern coast in front of the glistening Adriatic Sea, the Pearl of the Adriatic earned its nickname on its own right as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, best known for its enchanting 16th century old town distinguished by the limestone stone walls surrounding it. Wandering the narrow streets of Old Town is like going on a treasure hunt. Not only do people live there, it's filled with small stores and tons of eateries. It's an easy way to explore all that is Dubrovnik. The Stratton is the main thoroughfare through the Old Town. It's also the filming location for Star Wars Episode 8. Various styles of architecture are present among the landmark sites. Built in the early 1700s, the Baroque style St. Blaise Church, whereas the Sponza Palace is a mixture of styles beginning with a Renaissance portico resting on 6 Corinthian columns, and the second floor windows are in a Renaissance style. For an aerial view of Old Town and the Adriatic, a ride on the cable car is a must. You can see the greenery of Croatia from the backside. Love octopus? I do. For an amazing octopus burger, it's a must-eat at Barba. Marseille may be second to Paris in size, but it's France's most important trading center and main commercial port of the French Republic. Located on the Mediterranean coast in the south of France, the heart of the city is the Old Port, where fishmongers sell their catch and tourists flock. Marseille soap is one of the specialties of the area. It's been made for over 600 years and uses only 4 ingredients: natural vegetable oil, soda, salt, and fresh water. Almost all French grandmothers have once used this soap to remove persistent stains from bed linen or to bathe delicate skin, as its gentle formula soothes irritations and allergies and can help in many cases of eczema and psoriasis when used as a shower soap. The hard soap is biodegradable, hypoallergenic, nourishing, imperishable, moth-repelling, antibacterial, and can be used as a shower gel, shampoo, or shaving soap. The seaside is another beautiful part of the city, great for boating and beach going. Venture north about an hour to the Provence region and relish some of the time in a lavender field, a must-do experience for the destination. The ideal bloom time for lavender is between mid-June and July.